Good morning. Today we're going to be working on the extra practice page. So what I need you to do is take out a sheet of binder paper, and I need you to put your heading at the top and write extra practice. Do that now. Your heading at the top and extra practice. Okay, you should have your paper out with your heading at the top and extra practice written at the top of the page. This is going to be turned in as proof of your work. So you need to make sure that you're keeping up with the examples that we're working on. I'm going to give you time to write the important information and to write your expression and then explain what the variable represents. This is very much like what we did yesterday. And again, your proof of the work that you did will be the binder paper with what you're writing down on it. So make sure you stay focused and follow along with the video. So let's take a look at the first one. Paul earned $30 washing cars on Friday. He earned more money washing cars on Saturday. Write an expression that shows the amount of money Paul has earned. Well, the first thing we need to do is read the problem, and I just did that. The second thing we do is highlight the important information. So he earned $30. See if I can highlight this here. No, it's not going to let me do that. So write down earned $30 and then earned more money. And the fact that he was washing cars is not really important. The fact that he earned more money is. So he earned $30 and then he earned more money. You're writing those two statements down. Okay, so you have written down earned $30 and earned more money. That's the important information. Now we're going to translate this to algebra. Well, we know he had $30. It's a little bit larger. We know he had $30 and then he earned more money. He earned, that's going to be an addition to what he has, and he earned more money. So I have 30 plus M, and M represents, I'm going to put equals, represents the money earned. Okay, so for the first one, you have written down earned $30. That's your important information. And then earned more money. More money is your variable. So you know he had 30, and then he earned more. So you have 30 plus M. And again, your explanation for M is the money earned. So now I'm going to have you take a look at 2. I want you to read it. On your paper, you're going to record the important information, just like you did for 1. And you're going to then write your expression and you're going to write the meaning for the variable, or what the variable represents. I'm going to have the substitute pause the video here. You are going to have 3 minutes to read through this, record your information, and write your variable and the explanation. So pause the video here, come back in 3 minutes, and we'll check and see how you did. Ready? Go. Okay, so now let's check and see if your answers are the same as what I'm going to have here. So in this problem, Tyler has 6 more than twice as many pencils as Gina. Well, we did examples like this yesterday, and if he has 6 more, I know that I'm going to be adding this, but I'm adding it to something else. So my 6 is not going to come first. So I need to look a little further. And twice as many pencils as Gina. And that's what I need to write first, is the expression that's going to show twice as many pencils. If it's twice, I know that's multiplying by 2. So I'm going to have 2 times, I'm going to put P for pencils. And Tyler also has 6 more than twice as many pencils as Gina. And then you also needed to explain what the variable meant. And the P represents the number of pencils. Okay. Nice. Now, when we go to the next slide, there are going to be 2 problems that you're going to see here. You're going to do the same thing. Read first, number 3. Record your important information. Write your expression and what the variable represents. And then you're going to do the same thing with number 4. Read the problem. Write what this represents, the important information. Write the expression and what the variable represents. You have 2 problems that you're doing this time. So I'm going to have the substitute pause the video here, and we're going to check back in, let's say, 5 minutes. Okay? So stop the video here. Complete 3 and 4, listing all the important information, writing the expression, and then writing the meaning for the variable. Ready? 5 minutes, go. Okay, let's check and see how you did. So for number 3, an amusement park charges $45 to enter and 55 cents per ride. Per ticket for the rides. Write an expression to represent the total amount spent by a guest. And then we need to explain what the variable represents. So there is a fee to get in, or a charge to get in, and that's $45. Well, the guest is not going to pay $45 every time he or she goes on a ride. That's a one-time fee. So it's going to be $45 plus. For every ticket, you're going to pay 55 cents. So that's going to be 55 hundredths times T. And T represents the number of tickets purchased. Okay, so I have no doubt that your expression looks like this, your definition or your explanation matches this, and that you wrote down $45 and 55 cents per ride for the tickets. Now let's go to number 4 and see how you did with this. Mario has 5 more than twice as many quarters as Susan. Write an expression to represent the number of quarters that Mario has. Well, the important information is he has twice as many quarters as Susan. And then he also has 5 more in addition to the twice as many quarters as Susan has. So again, when you see 5 more than, and then they give you the rest of the expression, this 5 is going to be added onto the first term that you write in your expression. And that's going to be twice as many quarters, or 2Q. So I have 2Q plus, he has 5 more, in addition to 2 times whatever number of quarters that Susan has. And the Q represents the number of quarters Susan has. Okay, nice. You're going to do the same thing with 5 and 6. Again, take 5 minutes, read through the problems, do 5 first, then do 6. Write down the key information, write your expression, and then write your explanation. So pause the video here. 5 minutes to complete both 5 and 6. Go. And let's check back in and see how you did. So we have Chris has 2 more than 3 times as many guitar picks as Greg. Write an expression to represent the number of guitar picks Chris has. Well, we know that he has 2 more than 3 times as many. So looking at this statement, the way it is written, you know that the 2 more is going to be at the end of your expression. But your important information is going to be 3 times as many guitar picks, and then 2 more in addition to the 3 times as many. So now, the way you're going to write your expression, which I have no doubt is exactly what you did, we have 3G, I'm going to put that for guitar picks, plus 2. And G represents the number of guitar picks. Okay, perfect. Now, taking a look at number 6. At a movie theater, an adult ticket costs $14 and a child ticket costs $9. Write an expression to represent the amount of money a family would pay for tickets at this movie theater. Well, we know that there are adult tickets and we know that there are child tickets, but we don't know how many adults and children are going to be going. So I'm going to say if it's $14 for adult tickets, I'm going to have 2 variables for this one. And I'm going to have 14A plus, I know it's $9 for a child's ticket, 9C. And in this case, I have 2 variables. A equals the cost of an adult ticket, and the C equals the cost of a child's ticket. Okay. So you have your information there. I should put tickets here as well. Tickets. And C is the cost of a child's ticket. And depending on how many adults and children are going, is going to be the number that you would multiply the 14 by and the 9 by, and then add both amounts together. So on to the last one. Steph, actually, I'm going to have you read these two first, and then you're going to write down the important information, write your expression and your explanation for the variable that you chose. Okay, so stop the video here, 5 minutes, complete 7 and 8, and we'll check back in. Okay, go. Okay, and let's go over these last two. So, Stephanie earned $20 touring on Monday. We know that's how much money she has. There's no unknown there. She has $20. She earned more money tutoring on Tuesday. So your important information should be $20 earned, and then earned more money tutoring on Tuesday. And you don't need to put the rest of it. Your important information is earned $20 and then earned more money. So that's what you should have written down. And we're going to look at the expression that you would write. And it would be 20 plus M. And the M represents the more money earned. Okay, if you wanted to put more money earned by Stephanie, that's fine. But the explanation of the M represents the additional money that was earned. And number 8. Okay, looking at this one, Billy has 3 times more than twice as many marbles as Richard. Write an expression to represent the number of marbles Billy has. Well, the important information you're writing down is twice as many marbles, and then has 3 more. So when you're writing this, remember the 3 more goes at the end of the first part of your expression. So has twice as many marbles as Richard. I know that twice as many is going to be 2 times, I'm going to put 2 times M as twice as many marbles, plus 3. And there's the 3 more. So there's 3 more than twice as many marbles. And in this one, M represents the number of marbles Richard has. Or you could just put the number of marbles. Okay? So that completes the work that we are doing here. There should probably be additional time. I don't think you would be to the end of the period right now. So this is what I want you to do for the remainder of the period. And remember, you're turning in this work at the end. So I should see all of your examples done and at least a few of these that you're going to be working on. Create expressions, then simplify using order of operations, show product and process. Okay, and you're going to continue writing expressions and simplifying until the end of the period. You put your heading on the paper at the start of the period, so I should not see any papers that have been collected with no name on it. So you might want to make sure you double check. You are working on the expressions and product and process individually and quietly. Okay? Remember, there's no school on Monday, so I will see you all on Tuesday. Have a great weekend.